alien race. They're fucking evil as fuck, and the whole Necroscope series is an amazing book. It transcends from everything from God to, I mean, it's just crazy how depth that story is, and that's a good one. I like Andy Remick is really cool. He does a lot of sci-fi stuff, and any of the Star Wars books that deal with like Tales from Jabba's Palace or Tales of the Bounty Hunter, those they just take like just one character from any of the Star Wars films and they make a whole story about it and a whole backstory. It's really interesting. John Sanford's really great. Patricia Cornwall. I mean, I read a bunch of different books. As far as spiritual guidance, is that what you're asking me? What kind of? I mean, that kind of book? I don't really.
No, I mean, more just about awareness. I mean, look, you don't have to read facts about politics to learn about how it works.
Yeah, I mean, if you really want to know how the world works, I mean, you just go to GuardianUK.com and get your news from all over the world rather than just from Fox or CNN or as far as that goes. I mean, I read a lot of sci-fi and weird stuff. I do read a lot of biographies. I read a lot of stand-up comedian books. There's a couple by Bill Hicks that are great about him. Jim Norton's really funny. George Carlin, of course. My Last Words is fucking brilliant. Steve Martin's book is great. If you're going to find out about the world, I mean, you just have to. You got to read the news every day. You got to really kind of stay on top of it, and you really got to know where it's coming from. Jack and Lee both really love Fox News, and I don't think I could just listen to one source. I have to hear across the board from a bunch of different ones to even be able to debate or argue any kind of point whatsoever. So honestly, in the last 6 months, I've been writing a lot and doing my own thing, so I haven't really been paying attention. So
it's probably for the better. Just a barrage of bad news. And
yeah, pretty much. I mean, it's how it is every day. I mean, I've been writing a comic and writing a couple comics and working on ideas, and so I really haven't been paying attention.
That's really cool, actually. Talk a bit about, I guess, your interest in comics, how you started, and what it means to you.
Well, as a kid, I read them to escape. I mean, they were, easy to read. They were, good stories. They were, art was really good. And as the years progressed, I've always floated in and out of it. I've been really, really obsessed with it, and then I would stop for a while, and then I'd get really, really obsessed again, and then a year or so ago, a little over a year or so ago, I gave a story that I had written, which I've always kind of wrote stuff, but I never really showed anyone. And I gave it to this company, and they said, we want to make this a comic and a graphic novel. And I was like, all right, cool. It was awesome. Kind of like a trial by fire thing. And I did it. I think it came out. I'm really proud of it. It came out way better than I expected, and I look forward to continuing on that path. It's really cool.
So what's it called?
It's called I Am Become God. It's about a serial killer and just how he evolves into becoming a serial killer. How he evolves from a small child into, and then it's gonna the story transcends into the FBI chasing him, and it's gonna unfold. It's we were gonna do originally a 3 comic short, but it doesn't look like we'll be able to tell the whole tale, so we're gonna have to make more. So we're shooting for 10 or 12 now. So I'm like, all right, cool.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it actually worked out really cool, and I between the time I have between the bands and all the things that I'm doing, I enjoy this one. Sitting with myself and writing, it's killer.
So who's better at comics, you or Danzig?
I'm gonna say me. I've never read Danzig's. I read one. I have one, but I'm gonna. So I really can't say, but that's a funny question. Yeah, I'm gonna go with me. I'm gonna be a better comic guy than Danzig, even though I haven't seen any of his, so I have no way to judge that. But hopefully I'll be better.
Confidence is a great thing. Now, if we could go into, I guess, the content of this comic that you put out, how a child grows up to a serial killer. I guess going back to what we talked about before, how the world can make you crazy.
Mm-hmm.
What are some of the things that you think can push a person over the edge to become either a killer or just, super depressed or just disconnected from reality? What are the forces that can drive a person to this?
I think trying to do things and failing, having an expectation of yourself and then never reaching that goal. Having, losing either people you love or your job or money, or because not having money will definitely depress people, and it just becomes a downward spiral of emotion after that. So you add alcohol to that, or drugs, or any of that. It's just it's like it's just waiting for bad shit to happen. So I think one of the most important things people have to do is just do what they're good at. You know what I mean? And if they haven't found it, then drive a truck. I don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
Everybody is different. I don't know. I wish I had all the answers for you, but
You have some, though.
yeah.
Now, speaking of drugs and alcohol, you don't drink.
No.
Drugs?
No. I don't smoke cigarettes.
Why?
Well, I did smoke cigarettes, and I quit because I became a singer of Exodus, so I thought it'd make me a better singer, so I quit. Not sure it was true, just, I enjoy that I don't smoke anymore, I'm not a slave to it anymore. And drugs and alcohol, I was just a really bad drunk, and so I stopped when I was 25,